This is Mary. Mary is about to run her first ever ultramarathon, but it's not a normal ultramarathon. And any second now, Mary on her phone is about to get a text message detailing how far that you've got to run in your first exposure. So we're doing a race, or Mary's doing a race called Pylon Exposure, which is an ultramarathon over 6 hours, but broken down into hours. I'm going to explain it whilst we're out on the first run, but it's a different concept and it's an exciting one.
Yeah.
Okay, how far do you have to run on your first exposure?
I'll read the text out.
Okay.
Any great journey starts with a single step. The time is now. Your first exposure is 5 miles. At 8 AM you'll have 1 hour.
5 miles, okay.
Let's look at the plan.
5 miles is 8 kilometers. We have to actually translate into kilometers because that's how we work. So 8.05 kilometers?
Yeah, so I've got 2 options of a route. I'm gonna take the road one. I don't wanna go out on the trail now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up that way.
Okay, I'll count you in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off you go. So let me give you a little bit of a better explanation. Over the next 6 hours, Mary is running a distance, but she doesn't know what that distance is each hour. With 5 minutes to go before the next hour, she's crossing behind me. With 5 minutes to go before the next hour, she's gonna be told what distance she has to run. And then what she does with the rest of that hour, if she finishes, is up to her. And that is where the head games come in and the mind games, because it's an ultramarathon unlike any other that's existed so far. We have to plan what we do in the downtime as well as in the running time.
First kilometre done, 49 to go.
Just 49 more.
1 at a time.
Definitely. The plan is actually quite simple, we think, at least for the first 3 exposures, and that's because Mary runs a half marathon every week. That's in her legs and, and a little bit extra. So we're thinking the first 20 to 30 kilometers, just take it easy. The next exposures, exposure 4 and 5, are going to be where the mind comes into it and the strength and resilience in the mind. And we're hoping the 6th exposure is just agony, stroke joy, stroke bliss. There we go. Exposure 1 done. Drink some of that as well. Make sure you get fluids on board. And this is where I think the difficult and the fun, almost fun bit comes in. This particular set type of ultramarathon is, what do you do with the remaining 15 minutes? And Mary's grid phone rolling, just keeping those legs from tightening up, right?
Yeah, I feel a little bit tight, and then everything goes through your head like, have I not had enough taper? Am I too tired? But I've got to let all that go, and like my mindset will affect my whole experience. I know that, so just staying positive, thinking I'll fix this little problem and start again at 9 o'clock.
Okay, exposure 2.
Yep, 6 miles.
Oh, so we did call it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what you've got to do. Exposure 2, 10 kilometers essentially, 6 miles. So what was it, 9? Can you remember what it actually was in kilometers? While you're in good spirits, how are you feeling?
Feel better now. I think it took me, the first one was a bit tricky, but that's done. Feel quite fresh now and physically quite good. My legs benefited from that little massage. So yeah.
And anyone who's run an ultra will tell you that this is as much about mind as it is body, and that is what is the exciting thing about ultra marathons. It's not just what's in your legs, it's what's in your head and how they work together. Some things that are worth mentioning now whilst we're on Mary's second exposure and, you know, easily within her comfort zone are that since November Mary hasn't run over around a half marathon. I think she got up to 25 kilometres, and obviously today she's doing 50 kilometres, which is double that. So what's going to be interesting is once we creep over that 25 kilometre mark into the 30, 35 and 40, how her mind takes over from her body and drives her on, and that is going to be the crucial part of today, I think. So I just wanted to be really honest actually about, you know, the training that she's had, because she took on this ultra marathon at reasonably late notice because it was exciting and she wanted to leap into it. Hello. We're just coming to the end of exposure 2. Got a few hundred, well, less than 100 meters, I think.
48:41. Can you log that?
48:41.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Costume change like Beyonce. Working on her calf. How's it feeling though? It feels you're running.
Felt better. That run felt lovely, joyous.
Okay.
So.
Good to know.
This IT as well.
Okay, here we go.
I've read it.
You've read it?
It just came up.
Okay, and?
Okay, you're still feeling fresh, question mark. 5 miles should be easy then. Finish 5 more by 11 a.m. LA.
5 miles.
Okay, so what do I do?
Where do you want to run?
I think I do the same again as the first one.
St. Clair.
But do it justice this time.
Okay, yeah.
Well, not do it justice, do me justice.
Put it to bed, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Beat it.
It's interesting actually how we thought we'd have more time in between each.
I didn't.
Oh, didn't you? Oh, I did. Right, let's do it again. Go, go, go. Okay, 1K to go. Mary's saying that the socks that she's put on might be a little bit too big, so we're just going to change them, just make sure that we don't start forming blisters. We've got some Compeed, I think, somewhere in the house, so we're going to go and check that out as well and make sure that we just take care of the feet for the rest of the day. And that's the important thing, is how you feel in your mind, because then you can overcome anything. So it's a wonderful day for it. I'm going to say that probably in every clip, I reckon. A bit hot for a runner. $39.49. Now the real games begin.
Halfway.
Halfway? And you're feeling good?
Feeling really good. It feels hot.
Yeah.
Like my hands are starting to...
It is warm actually. We need to get you some fluids on board, don't we? Yeah, I'll get some from there.
Put my thinnest socks on.
Yep. Thin socks, fluids. So far, Mary's feeling good, and I am the one in charge of logging all of her runs each hour. So I'm just inputting the third exposure, which was 39.49 for the 8 kilometers essentially. And let me just log it. Oh, my hair's looking good.
This is the life.
Yeah.
Getting a massage, having a drink, lying down. Should do this more often.
Should do an ultra more often.
Ow!
Sorry.
You're good. You haven't been exposed, but there's still time. Maybe 6 more miles will break you.
Okay.
Smiley face.
So 6 more?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that because I really like that route.
Okay.
And that will take me up to 36
kilometers. Yeah, 35.7, I think, just under.
So interesting to see, but I know exactly what I need to do for this one, which is good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exposure 4.
Let's go.
Do it. This is where the party really starts, I think. This is exposure 4. Mary's over 25 kilometers, which is now we're into territory that she hasn't run for, we're talking 6 months now, pretty much. So this is the exciting part because it turns from the physical to the mental very much. So if we're gonna see egg, we're gonna see it in the next 2 exposures. But actually, I do hope we don't see egg because it's never nice, but it's a possibility. If you've never run an ultra and you're interested in what happens at this stage, so when I say this stage, I mean the point at which Mary is now running over the distance that she regularly runs in training, 2 things happen really. Your body relies on muscle memory, as in she's done numerous marathons and therefore her body will know what it feels like to run a marathon and kind of remember it, I guess. That is muscle memory. It's like, oh yeah, I know these distances, I know what it feels like, but also it's a mind over matter thing now. Oh, I've got to go round. The power of the mind takes over. So the body's done, it's got you up to a point, and now the mind and body have got to work in tandem to get you to that next point to do the other half, and that's how it should work. .24 was exposure number 4, so Mary's total time so far is 2:58.11, which is great. 22 miles is 2:58, so that's not bad. And you'll probably also remember Brett from videos as well. Yay. Hi Brett. Brett's come to support as well.
Fan club.
Looking after Winnie. How you feeling?
Good, tired, achy, my back's aching at the bottom. I've just got to stay focused on each run, that's
it. Those 4 are done now, it's just the next one is a fresh run. We go.
Yeah, go fresh. Oh!
Here we go. This is it. Exposure 5. What's it saying?
Lunchtime, how does a 4-mile sandwich sound?
There you go.
Polish this one off and you'll only have 1 more exposure to go.
And we'll know, we'll be able to work out what the last one
Can
is
you go
as well.
and get my list?
4 miles. 6.44. Midday, bang on. Time for the next exposure. 6.44 kilometers, 4 miles. And then we get a little bit more rest. We literally have a few hundred meters left of the 5th exposure, and I'd say we're in this zone now where it all becomes very primal. And what I mean by that is the kind of part of your brain that thinks of things and has thoughts and joy, and that kind of shuts down a little bit, and your brain just goes food, drink, warmth, comfort, things like that. So that's probably where Mary is right now. I would doubt that she's thinking many thoughts other than foot in front of the other. I don't think she's in too much pain, but I would say that her primal brain has taken over and she's just getting it done now. Well done, really good. 5th exposure done, which means you only have 1 left. Is the pain there now?
It's a stitch.
Oh, really?
So painful.
Okay, well, we've got half an hour now, so you've got time to chill. This is where we're at. Legs are up. Someone's pretty exhausted.
It's so hard.
But,
I know it's meant to be.
Yeah, but you're doing amazingly.
I have to just credit Chris Nikic because I keep thinking of him and fake pain. Thank you, Chris.
I think essentially Mary has grasped the opportunity with two hands to know that I will do anything for her today. And I'm now I'm not even massaging, I'm just rubbing this up and down. There's very limited effort required, but I'm doing it, and I think Mary knows that I will do that.
I was like, "Bang, you get the massage gun." And he brought it over and I was like, and then put it on there and move it up and down.
Literally just moving my arm up and down.
Yeah, 5 miles. It says, okay, so you've cruised through a marathon already, kind of. Can you hang on for one more exposure, a glorious 5 miles to go?
Once more into the breach, dear friend, I say.
Bring it on. No, let's do it.
Yeah, that's your catchphrase. This is it. Once it's done, it's done. I'll catch up with you in a sec. So what will be happening now in her body and in her mind, you're asking? And to be honest with you, low battery on my watch. I can't tell you. I can only tell you from my experience, and it's that last 8 kilometres. The pain actually tends to subside, and the elation of it takes over. Oh my God, you can't turn around that quick on a bike. This has absolutely not been a breeze for her, but what I will say is that if you were looking for the egg, it never came. There was no kind of real down moments, there was no moods or bad stuff, it was just pure focus, getting it done, grit, determination, you know, less than 4K to go. Just left her with probably 1 kilometre to go, actually just under. I'm just heading back to the house because I want to be at the finish line as she crosses. Let her see home those final few metres on her own, because it was all about her today. How does that feel? How did it feel that the tape didn't break?
Oh God, I need to...
Crisps, that's an outpouring of emotion of what you've just done. That's absolutely incredible. Everyone will be so proud of you, and you should be so proud of yourself, what you've just achieved. And now you can eat all the burgers, and Magnum ice cream, and have a beer. You can do what you want. You just run about 50 kilometres. But emotional, I mean, it's such a powerful thing, isn't it, emotion? And you just held it together for the whole 6. Like, you just didn't let any emotion in. You didn't let any doubt creep in, any negativity, anything. You could see it. You were so focused.
I didn't expect to burst into tears.
No, I'm gonna let you just chill for a while. We'll do some, maybe, I think the people would like some car chat. Boom! By the magic of video, we're in the car. So what does it mean, Mary? Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
I'm not doing it.
Okay. Welcome to Car Chat! Little stop there. I wonder what I'll do with that. Something magical, probably. Well done. You've had time to decompress now. It's got a bit emotional, didn't it, after the 50 kilometres?
Yeah. It's funny what happens to you when you push your body that far.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just burst into tears and couldn't stop crying.
I think you earned it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel now? How was the experience?
I feel amazing. I feel on top of the world. Like, tired, but I just feel Exhilarated.
It is exhilarated, isn't it? It is actually the definition of
brand that.
trademark, Mary. We've forgotten our cup. Sorry, I feel the sense of shame, but what can you do on a day like this?
Yeah.
So how did it go? As briefly as you can sum it up.
It went way better than I expected in terms of how I coped mentally and physically with the running. I felt strong, smooth, quite fierce. I felt quite in control. You were so focused. What you'll probably get from the whole video as a whole is that I really didn't speak to Mary much while we were out on the course, because the focus was there, and I'm not going to knock that, and I'm not going to knock her out of her flow state and zone. So I felt like I was in the flow. Yeah, I left you alone, well alone, but you did amazingly. I could just hear the of the bike. Yeah, was it winding you up? No, I was like, I noticed it, and then I was like, enjoy it. Okay. Like, remember that that's a good thing. Embrace it. So I'm learnings, learnings. We're going to really decompact it and the behind the scenes stuff in another video for Wednesday, because obviously you'll probably want to know what is next for Mary and how she... A lot of people find it hard to deal with the after the race that they built up to for such a long time. So we're going to deal with that on Wednesday, and then next Sunday will be my experience of racing a 10 miler in Staplehurst tomorrow. Yeah. Which is exciting in itself. I've never raced a 10 miler, so you can ring the PB bell right now. Ding ding. Thanks for everybody that put out messages of support for Mary and commented on the videos and just wished us good luck and shared their knowledge and experiences as well. Yeah, do you know what? Many of the things that people said to me or gave advice to, or just them cheering on, were the things that kept coming through my head and I kept going back to and kept me going. So thank you. Thank you. It means a lot, and you're part of the community. I'm going to miss this. Like, the whole build up to this day and everything has been so positive. So that was it. I just absolutely loved it. Here you go. Millionaire shortbreads. We'll end it on this. See you later.